Good morning, world. Wow. With the man, if you didn't know, his name is, wait, hang on, it's right there. Yep, right there. That's who I'm with today. Day 2 fishing in Texas. Yeah, it is day 2. Well, day 3 in Texas, but day 2 fishing with Rob. Yesterday did not go as planned or expected or anything like that. But today's different. We're at a different lake. We're at a new lake Rob and I have never been to, which is what we did yesterday, and it totally flopped. For me, I didn't catch any fish. Rob caught some fish. That's what's going on right now. We got a storm rolling in here. Right now it is 9:42 a.m. We've got a storm rolling in here around 3. So the goal is to catch a bunch of fish before that happens. Pre-storm bass fishing challenge. That's what's going on right now. I just called it a challenge just because it's not really that much of a challenge. Oh, okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Give her a good hop.
What are you thinking? Think it's gonna happen?
Yeah, I do actually.
I think it will too, honestly. We got great conditions. We're gonna try to find some spawners, pre-spawn, post-spawn spawners. Just any bass. I don't even care what it is. Just need to catch bass. I went fish for 9 hours yesterday without a fish. I just need to catch a fish. Well, here we go. So I got rigged up here. I got fancy little square bill. And then I've got on the old fairy wand my go-to finesse, big old Ned rig, and if we get into any thick brooch, we got the flipping bait. I'm gonna start off with square bill though. And Rob's throwing, what are you throwing? Jig. Rob's throwing a jig. I'm gonna start with a little square bill. As you can tell, there's perfect. Just crack your square bill first before you start fishing. That's key. As you can tell, there's a lot of rock going on here. A lot of rock, decent water clarity, some good depth. And you said the water's 68? Good. That's a cranker right. I'm really just killing the game over here. So my plan is to start off with a moving bait. It's normally what I start off with. And if I can't get bit, in a little bit, then I'll switch it up. But there is some nice brush, which I don't really talk about a whole lot, but throwing this square bill in and around the brush, like right on the outsides of it, where you can get some of your best fish. You're definitely gonna get hung up a lot. So if you've only got one square bill in your box, probably wouldn't recommend it. But if you don't really care if you get hung up and you wanna catch a big fish, throw it right on the side of that bush. Keep your rod tip low and just crank it by. And if you bang your square bill up against the tree, even better. That's the key right now. We're gonna see if it works. Today I am using the new Flair rod. Again, just the 7.2 medium heavy, multi-purpose rod, throwing a square bill. I was catching fish on a Senko with it 2 days ago. Pretty much throw anything you want with this guy, but that's what I'm using. It's brand new. They're still in stock if you guys want them. Links down below, check them out. We're gonna see if we can catch some fish. Rob went back to the flipping. He's gonna flip, and actually, I might actually do the same thing because there's not a whole lot of casting space here with that square bill. You basically want to throw the square bill in between the brush, but right now there's no real gap. So I think I'm gonna end up flipping and pitching a little creature bait here in a second.
Two hours later.
Wow, well, we made it to. Rob's changing the oil back there. Got a quick pit stop. The wind's kicked up a little bit, and we actually moved to a different spot of the, I'm gonna put the trolling motor down before we crash. We actually moved to a different part of the lake. We actually put the boat on the trailer and drove because the wind's blowing like 20 miles an hour right now, and we got completely soaked going back, giant roller. So we're actually in this, it's this nice little creek arm that goes way back, and the water looks totally different, and the trees look way different, and there's no chunk rock. We had no luck. I guess Rob caught like 2 small ones, but not like Texas fish, not the ones that we're after. So we're gonna try up here and see what happens. Pretty much just gonna be flipping the bushes. That's what we're doing. There's one. Ooh, we're good. First cast, switching the bait. I literally switched from black and blue to green pumpkin and almost sent the fish to the other side of the planet, but we got it. And that was the first offshore piece of structure. And he's got crawfish antennas.
Does he really?
Yep.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see that. Does he? No, he doesn't.
He does,
Oh
look
my
at
God,
it.
he does.
He does. He's got a little crawfish in his belly. See, dude.
Hey, that makes me feel better.
Yeah. Well, there's my first fish for fishing in Texas for the last 2 days. I think I've driven a total of like eight hours plus a flight just to catch that little squeaker, but it's all right. We're starting to get him dialed in. Starting to get him dialed in. Oh, look at that. He had me way back in there. Oh my God. Look, he grabbed the back half of it. He literally ate to the tip of the hook. Like, have you ever seen that? He's like, he knew exactly where to bite. He knew exactly where to bite to where he wouldn't get hooked. You son of a gun. Well, like on that first fish, like I said, I switched up colors, was throwing the black and blue the whole time. First cast with the green pumpkin, caught a fish. Then Rob actually switched to a green pumpkin chatterbait and caught a fish on his first cast. And then I just had one completely demolish this little creature bait here. So I think the key is green pumpkin. I think that's the key to success. The other key to success is to get the little chartreuse action on the tips. I learned that, well, I didn't learn that in Mexico, but in Mexico, remember the little parrot guide? He said it makes the bait mucho sexy. All right, you got Jesus. You're making my, what's that? What does that do to the bait?
It's más sexy.
Mucho sexy?
Sí, más sexy.
So clearly it works in Texas too. You got to make the bait mucho sexy and you're gonna catch more fish. Goodness. My God. Oh, he came off. Did you see him? Oh, what? I mean, maybe 3, maybe 2.5. Hook didn't even come out at all. Didn't get exposed. Dang it. Oh, that one hurts because I got probably enough of him for him not to bite again. We're going to see what happens, though. Unless I just hook the shit out of that guy. That's a possibility, too, which honestly would have made for better content. So. Got him. That's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one.
That's a good fish.
Dude, that's a big fish. That's a big fish. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, God. It's a freaking toad, dude. This is a big fish. Okay.
You want me to pick him up?
Yeah, go get him. Go get him. I'm not trying to lose this guy. Rob, go save the day and catch this fish for me. That's a good fish.
Are you pretty excited?
Yeah, this is good. This is good thing. I don't know if this was a fish. That's a big fish. Holy crap. Get in here, buddy. Yes. Dude, that's a freaking giant. Oh my God. What the heck? Where did this come from, dude?
Hey, I guess there's some back here.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if this was the same fish or not, but do you have a scale?
Yeah, I got a scale.
Oh my God, that's a freaking giant bass. Woo! Oh my goodness.
It's got the head of an 8.
It does have the head of an 8. It's got the head of a freaking giant bass. I mean, it's still a heavy fish. Oh man, well, that makes me feel real good about my life. Missed a fish, threw right back in there.
Said it had a head of an 8.
Yeah, it's almost an 8. 713. 713, baby. Woo! Oh my God. Yes. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. 713. I think is that the biggest bass of the year? I think it might be the biggest bass of the year. Just when we were about to give up, this big old girl smoked it. Flipping the bushes. Gotta love flipping the bushes. We're gonna let this big girl go. God, that's such a big fish. I mean, the head is just massive. Go back and make some babies or do something productive with your life. See you, baby girl. Woo! Oh. Yep, it is 1:47 p.m. Grinded all day yesterday, didn't get a bite. All day today, caught one squeaker. Finally, in the afternoon, literally the heat of the day, sun's out, hot, flipped into a bush, got a bite, pulled it out. I saw the fish. I don't think it was that fish because the fish I saw did not seem that big. Flipped back in there and it ate it. So that's good. That's a good productive fish right there. Biggest one I believe of 2018 so far. 713. Oh, feels great. Like I was talking about earlier, what bait I'm using. Little creature bait, green pumpkin. Like I said before, I was using the black and blue. Made the switch. Rob and I both made the switch. Both started catching fish. That's definitely the key. 2 bobber stops is not key. Not sure where I've got that. Little tungsten weight. And then the setup I've got here is a 7-to-5 gear ratio reel. And then, oh yeah, you already know, Flair's frog and flipping stick. Still in stock down below. You guys go pick it up. Catches giants. I know it says Flair on it, so you would think it's only a dink catcher. It's a lie. Catches absolute brutes. And then I've got 50-pound braid, which normally I don't flip with braid, but yesterday Rob broke off 20-pound braid, or 20-pound fluorocarbon, which kind of got me a little bit nervous about my life. So we're rocking the braid today. There's one. Get here, buddy. Woo! There's a fish. That's look at this guy's belly. What do you got going on here? Dang, son. What have you been doing? You been rubbing your belly against the ground a little bit? Is that what you're doing? You're making beds for your female friends? Look at that guy. So we're getting about that time. His belly's all rubbed raw. I don't think I've ever seen one quite that rubbed raw, but there's just a little squeaker. Haven't shown any of his fish catches. He just lost a giant though. He's like 30 seconds ago, just lost a giant. He caught a fish on the other side of the tree, lost a giant here, and then I just caught a small fish. Right in this little stretch. I mean, we've already fished this. I think this is where I lost my fish last time. I think the last pass, I'm pretty sure I missed a fish right here. So obviously this is where some fish are. Same rig, folks. Creature bait, little heavy wire hook, flipping rod, and some braid. See, he's throwing 20-pound fluorocarbon and got broke off. This is why I said earlier why I'm throwing the braid, because you get broken off if you don't have anything more than 25 or more, I guess I should say, and neither one of us have it. So I stuck with the braid today. Fortunately, have not been broken off yet, but Rob just had a heartbreak moment. Bye, Rob. Bye, buddy. If you couldn't tell, Rob and I, it was a struggle, obviously, besides the big fish. Like I said, yesterday, I didn't really give a whole lot of context what happened. Yesterday, basically, I flew in from Nebraska to Dallas, drove 4 hours, and then we fished a lake from sunrise until noon, drove another hour to a different lake, didn't catch anything, by the way, drove it to another lake, and then fished that until dark, and then drove 4 hours home. I didn't catch a single fish, and then today was pretty much a struggle until this afternoon, and then we were able to kind of put together a little bit of a pattern. Started off with the black and blue. Actually, we started off on the other side of the lake throwing square bills, Ned rigs and jigs. That didn't work. So we went to the complete other side of the lake, flipped brush with the black and blue. That didn't work. First cast, I switched with the green pumpkin, caught a fish. From then on, we caught some fish. Remember, if you want to see Lunkers TV's video, he lost a giant fish. Really entertaining content. I will leave the link to his channel down below if you guys want to check it out. I would go give it a look if you haven't yet. If you're not subscribed to him, you should. If you're not subscribed to me, what are you doing? I mean, I'm going to be doing some crazy stuff here this year. You guys might want to stay tuned for that ride. Make sure you hit the little bell button next to the subscribe button, even if you are subscribed. That way you get a notification every time I post a video, because YouTube likes to not notify you guys. That's just what they like to do. Anyways, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed the Big Bass Texas fishing video. Got real lucky with that big one. Much needed big fish. But it was good. I mean, I feel like I kind of earned it fishing for a day and a half without a single bite, and catching that big fish made it all worth it. It made it all worth the flying and the driving and all the money and the hotels and the gas and everything else. It made it worth it. Caught almost an 8-pound fish. One of the biggest bass I've ever caught in my entire life. Good stuff. Remember, leave a comment down below. Tell me what type of videos you want to see next. I've been trying to do some other stuff like creek fishing. You guys have been seeming to enjoy that. So let me know if you guys are. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.